My next guest is a best-selling author. His latest novel, The Lewis Man. Let's get some music for the books. Come on, you've got to sell them a bit. The Lewis Man. It's on sale now. Please welcome Peter May, everybody. Peter, how nice to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to see you too.
I'm sorry I didn't understand a word of that, Peter.
God, man, you've lost your touch.
Wait, you know, it's funny. They say to me when I go back to Scotland, you don't sound Scottish anymore. Did you think I sound Scottish?
Yeah, I was listening to you on the monitor there when you were doing the previous interviews, and you sound very Scottish.
Well, there you are then. I know. People in America are like, well, it sounds Scottish to us. And then back home, like, you're not Scottish anymore. So, listen, full disclosure, I'm only about 40 pages into this. I've got to the part where, spoiler alert, they find the tattoo of Elvis on the thing. Because they dig up this body and they think it's an archaeological find and it's thousands of years old. And then the pathologist finds a tattoo of Elvis and everybody goes, oh, it's a murder that was committed. Well, you know the story. You wrote the book. Yeah.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. It's good, though. But you're a dark man.
Am I?
Well, not physically, obviously, but you have some inner demons, I suspect.
Oh, yes, everybody has their inner demons. I have them in abundance.
Do you think Scottish people have them more than other people?
Oh, for sure, yes. Dark people, the Scots.
Yeah. Did you ever go to the Potato when you were a child?
I did actually, yes.
Do you still live in Scotland?
No, I don't.
Where do you live?
I live in France.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. C'est un peu différent, huh?
Yep, absolutely. The north part of France or the south of France?
Southwest.
Yeah, you are rich, aren't you?
I wish.
Oh, come on. I mean, you sell a lot of these. Now, the Lewis of which you speak is the island, of course, off the northwest coast of Scotland, the Isle of Lewis.
That's right, yeah.
Full of what Scottish people call tuchters.
Tuchters.
Or what Glaswegian people call it. Scottish people are tuchters. Glaswegians like me call them tuchters.
Yes.
Which are kind of people that talk like that.
Aye.
And perhaps have the Scottish equivalent of a banjo, if you know what I'm saying. But they, of course, would call me a...
Sassenach.
No, they wouldn't.
Aye.
No, they call me a Keeley, Glasgow Keeley. That's what they call me. Yeah, they wouldn't say Sassenach's for English people.
Well, no, a Sassenach's a lowlander.
Is it?
Aye, as well as an Englishman.
I didn't think that I've never been called a Sassenach in my life that didn't involve some kind of fists flying. No, I didn't. Really? Is that true?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Well,
depends where you drink, you see.
Well, I don't anymore, though. That's the thing.
Well, you know.
Everybody's happy about that. There's not been one single complaint. Even in Scotland, they're like, no, it's for the best. If he doesn't, for the best.
Oh, aye.
I think we're all happy he stopped with the drink. I was mad with the drink. Are you mad with the drink, Peter?
I have been known to be, yes, a little.
But anymore? Are you still at it?
I'm always at it, aye. It's the wine. I love the wine. You see.
Well, you're in France.
Living in France.
Yeah.
And I've been writing about wine, and I went and took a course in wine tasting.
What, is it a novel about wine?
Well, it is. Well, yes, actually it is.
It's set in the world of wine.
Yes.
Somebody dies in a wine vat, and then they find a tattoo of Elvis on the...
Well, you're almost right, aye.
What, somebody drowns in wine?
Yes.
I nearly did.
Did you?
Kind of, yeah. Well, that's what happens in the book you're writing right now?
No, it's not the one I've written right now, but I wrote it a few years ago.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember now.
But I had to yes, I had to go and do a lot of research for that, you know.
Right. Why did you end up in France, then? Why did you go there?
Well, I mean, that's a silly question coming from a fellow Scotsman. Why did I end up in France?
Because the winters in Scotland?
Aye.
Yeah.
The wine's cheaper.
Right.
Food's better. The wine's cheaper.
It's not that much. I mean, the food in Scotland's fine now. I've been back to Scotland many times. They've changed it a lot.
Great produce.
Good.
Great produce in Scotland. It's the cuisine that's, you know, it's cuisine born of poverty. So it's taken them time to learn, you know, the techniques of the French, but great raw produce.
And also, you know, I've been out of Scotland almost 20 years, and I go back a lot. And it's really improved a lot in the past 20 years, and I'm beginning to think it was my fault. Because when I left, it seemed to get better and better. We took the show there a couple of years ago. It was spectacular. And I was like, wow, this is a great place.
Yeah, it's been much improved since you left.
Right, I can see why they wouldn't want me to come back. I was ruining it for everybody.
You were,
yeah. But would you go back there now?
No. Okay. No, I mean, my heart's still in Scotland, but, you know, the appeal of France overcame all that. And, of course, I spend my winters in Spain now.
Because you go even further south.
As I get older, I go further and further south. I like the sun.
Yeah, I know. I like the sun, too. I live in California, so I get it when I can get it. But it hasn't rained here in about 15 years. Do you know that?
Well,
big drought right now.
I turned up in Salt Lake City the other day, and they hadn't rained for a long, long time. No. Suffering for a drought. Half the Salt Lake has evaporated.
Right.
And the day we arrived, it poured with rain. So they said, "Oh, the Scots have arrived."
Yeah, I know. If they really need it to rain in California, I'll wash my car. Then it'll rain.
It's fatal, that.
Yeah, I know. The minute I wash my car. Good times.
Okay.
Well, we're done. But it was lovely to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yes, yes. The book's very good.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I mean, the first 40 pages. I can't speak for the rest of it.
Well.
But it's you're off to a cracking start. I can tell you that. Anyway, congratulations. You're selling a lot of these. This is the second in a trilogy, isn't it?
Yeah, the trilogy. Interesting story, because the first book in the trilogy was rejected by every publisher in the UK, and it was actually my French publisher who picked it up and published it first, and it became a bestseller there. And then everybody else around the world bought it, and the Brits last of all.
Now, the Brits, you mean in London? The London
London, yes. Right, you know, the city-state of London,
yeah,
yes.
King's Landing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
But they've sold... Now, see, you get your revenge in the end, because all those publishers that turned it down are watching the sales of these things, and they've sold over 1 million copies.
What's that coming, I go?
Yay!